Do you have a sweet tooth at Christmas? I know I do. So today we're going to have a look at the top 3 Christmas sweets from Spain. ¿Qué pasa, Troncos? My name is Cameron Clark and I am in Spain. This channel is all about my life here as an expat in Spain, with adventures as we explore new places and food reviews like today's video. If that sounds like a treat for you, be sure to hit the subscribe buttons below to follow me on these journeys. So, jumping straight into it, we're going to have a look at the 3 most traditional Spanish Christmas treats. In no particular order, let's have a first look at the first tasty sweet, the polvorón. The polvorón gets its name from the word polvo, which translates into powder or dust, which gives us the first clue into this tasty treat. Made primarily from flour, sugar, milk and nuts, the polvorón is mostly produced in Andalusia, which is the southernmost region of Spain. Spaniards across the country enjoy this tasty treat all year around, but primarily it is produced and consumed at the Christmas season. I personally love the polvorón due to the nature of which you eat them. Firstly, you have to try and pulverize them by squeezing them in their wrapper, which actually has the opposite effect of pulverization and keeps the biscuity treat firm and stops it falling apart while you're trying to eat them. Let's see how it tastes. So, they always come in these sort of paper wrappers. Quite difficult to get off. So when you first open it, you get the nice fresh smell. It's very nutty and floury. Little parts of it have crumbled in the packet already. Let's see how that tastes. Very sweet smell, very floury. Let's give that a taste. Oh, straight away you can feel how crumbly it is in your mouth. It almost turns straight into almost like a paste, but you have the aftertaste of the nuts with a bit of crunch. It's quite nice, very floury, very pasty. Very nice. Have another bit. You can see inside the shell of the almonds, which gives that crunch. But I think mostly it is made of flour. Very sweet, very nice. I could easily eat many of these in one day, but I'm sure I'll get quite fat doing so. Definitely worth a try when you are here. So in between, I am going to be washing down each of these treats with another Spanish tradition, the horchata, which deserves a video all in its own, so do subscribe and keep tuned for that one. The horchata. The polvorón has a close cousin as well called the mantecado, which is also made in Andalusia. The main ingredients of this tasty treat, however, are flour, lard, sugar and mostly almonds, which again are grown all across Spain. This treat is also very popular at Christmas, but is not as exciting to eat, which is why I didn't include it in my top 3 list. I have a mantecado de canela. This one seems to have this crumbled already in the packets. Maybe you do have to squeeze it as well. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it did deserve a place in the top 3. You let me know in the comments down below if you would have included the mantecado over the polvorón. I'm just going to try a little piece of the crumble here. Yes. So very similar to the polvorón, but it hasn't got the pieces of almond in it, so it hasn't got the crunch. It's a lot more pasty, a lot more floury. Very good. Did the polvorón make your heart pound with excitement? I know it did mine, and so will this next tasty treat, the Terron. So, I know what you're thinking, Cam, that's like 3 or 4 different treats on its own there. What are you thinking? Can't you count? Well, my dear Ninos, no. The Terron has tens of varieties from all across the country and Europe. I'm just cheap and could only afford these 3 here. With roots back to the 15th century, the Terron's main ingredients are egg whites, almonds, sugar, and honey, making this nuggety treat extra sweet. Just like you for dropping a like on this video. Girona in Alicante is the Spanish capital of Terron, with factories and small artisan shops, creating them all year around. The honey is caramelized and mixed with other ingredients and cooked a bit more until it is time to remove from the heat, where it is then cooled and cut into humongous slabs. And I mean humongous, like this one here. I mean, look how big, and this isn't even one of the big ones. I mean, I'm gonna put in some video of when I went to buy this, of what they have on display, and these slabs are huge. It is awesome to see. Let's start with the most typical Terron, the Terron Blando. It's very oily from what I can see here, but you can also see the lumps of almond inside it here. It should be very nougaty. I'm just gonna have myself a little slice here. So the smell, again, it's very almondy, not too sweet, almost like a savoury smell to it. Let's have a taste. Straight away, I can feel it's very clingy to the teeth, a lot sweeter than I first imagined, and the crunch of the almond. Very nice. By all means, I'm not a food connoisseur. I don't know if you realise that already, but Terron Blando, very, very nice. I'm gonna take a little slice of this one here. I can't remember right now what this one's called, but I'll... Lara just told me this one gets its orange colour from the egg yolk instead of the egg whites. The more you know. Thanks for that, Lara. It has like a sugar paper wrapped around the Terron, which keeps it fresh while they're in the big slabs before they cut them. A lot drier smell. Definitely a lot drier, a lot less sticking to the teeth, and a lot more sweet as well. Let's try it with the sugar paper. So this one is very nice, but I do prefer the Terron Blando over this one here. Some more horchata to wash that down. Okay, let's try this Terron, which is one of the chocolatey ones that you can get. It's almost like they've just laid almonds down, poured chocolate on top as well. Let's give it a break. Very soft break, but yes, you can see it's just almost like chocolate and almonds in it there. Yeah, very sweet, very milky chocolate with a crunch of almonds. Very, very nice. Now, this chocolatey one is a lot darker, almost full-size almonds in it compared to crumbled almonds. Again, I've been told it's very typical in Spain. Much snappier chocolate, a lot darker. Again, lots of almond taste. The Spanish do love their almonds. I almost need to make a video about Terron itself, just for the different varieties that they do. Chocolatey one so far is my favourite, but then again, I am a chocoholic. I'm making a mess on my table. I almost forgot about this Terron here. We do have, it's like a chocolatey white glaze over the top. It's very sticky. Again, it's got the almost like parchment sugary paper on the bottom there. Let's give this one a try. It's very sticky, but again, lots of almonds, which I think is a common theme across all of these treats. Very almondy. Spanish quite nutty like that. My fingers are very sticky now. So that's 4 of the tens of variety of the Terrons that they do have here in Spain. If you were to make your own Terron, what ingredients would you use? Let me know in the comments down below. Although, do take care, as some Terrons have caused such a taste sensation that they have gained a protected geographical status, just like the Cornish pasties down in Cornwall. This next sweet the Spanish love to eat at Christmas certainly won't be sending anyone to jail for breaking any geographical violation laws, but the person that created it certainly should, because I personally don't like it, and that is marzipan or marzipan. Made mostly from sugar and almonds, this bread, you heard me, bread, is made by grinding the almonds in a mortar and pestle, which is then kneaded with the sugar to create the dough. This is a method that dates back to 1212, where the nuns of St. Clement's would make these marzipan treats for soldiers of the war. Bread, translating in Spanish to pan, and pestle, translating to marza, gives us the name of this treat, the marzipan, or marzipan. Is a lot easier to pronounce for me. In more modern times, people are starting to mould the marzipan into little figures like this one, and then they roast them on the top to give a nice roasted brown texture on the top there. I got this one because it looks like an 8, and I think that looks great. Anyway, let's see how it tastes. So the smell, not too much on there. I'm going to just have a little nibble on this part here. Very crumbly texture, almost like the first Terron. It's a bit sticky to the teeth, a bit crumbly. Very sweet, but for me, marzipan isn't fantastic, but the Spanish do love it, which is why I had to put it at number 3. Not too much texture, it just sort of melts in the teeth, rolls around the tongue. I certainly won't be picking up any more of this in the Christmas season here. We do have a couple more treats that are made here around Christmas time that I have picked up. Another one being called the Rosco di Pino con almendra. This one is very much like the polvoron and the manteca. Those are very crumbly, very almondy, but this one has a lot more flour on the outside here, as you can see. Let's see how this one tastes. It's a lot more biscuity compared to the polvoron and the manteca. It's more like you would expect a typical biscuit, not so crumbly, not so sticky to the teeth. Got the crunch of the almonds. Very cinnamony as well. I can taste a lot of cinnamon in there. This one is another one of my favourites. Another treat that they do have in Spain that didn't make it onto my list today is the peladillas, which is essentially just an almond coated with sugar, and which is like a sugar shell. So you get the little white ones like this, which again are just a sugar, which taste how you would expect it, almost like an almond with a sugar shell. Or you can get them in the chocolate variety as well. Chocolate's quite soft on the outside, but not too soft that it's melting. But it tastes again how you'd expect an almond covered in chocolate. And last but not least, another treat that is produced here in Spain around Christmas and probably all year as well are these chocolate balls. You simply just put them in your mouth and suck them. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself there. Regrets were made. It's got lots of coconut in the middle here as well. I definitely didn't expect that, and I don't like coconut at all. Well, I guess that's karma for making a terrible joke there. I definitely thought cocoa meant like cocoa powder. Ugh. Not a fan of coconut at all, that was disgusting. So there we have it, folks, the top 3 Christmas sweets that are eaten here in Spain. We have, once again, the Terron, the marzipan and the polvoron. Let me know which one you are wanting to try first, and if you think I've missed any Christmas treats off of the list, or if you would have changed any of them around with the extras we had there, do let me know in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Cameron Clark. I am very new here in Spain. If you do want to follow along in my adventures or see some more food reviews, be sure to subscribe down below. and hit the bell notification as well there so you get notified when any new videos do come along. I am planning to release one video every single week, so I would love to have you along for the journey as well. Leave a like if you did like this video, and until next time, ciao for now. This is the aftermath of the shoot there. Some crumbs on the table. And how do you like my softbox setup here? Yes, that's how you get it done. And a ladder with an old light shade and a bed sheet and some pegs.